Hey everybody! This lesson is going to bring together everything you've learned so far in some real world problems. So in this first one, it says which of these graphs shows a lower unit cost, one or two. We're comparing two different things here. So maybe, graph one is like 10 bananas for $10 or something like that. And the other one is like 3 bananas for $2. And you want to know which one's a better deal. Okay, so that's the important thing, is just that each line on this graph is a different price, probably for the same item, and we're going to compare them and see which one's a better deal. Okay, I'm erasing that because we can actually find what these are costing. If we look right here. Okay, what we want to do is go to the one on the x-axis and follow it up to the line. Okay, that's going to be the unit cost. Okay, so for price 2, I'm looking at x is 1 and y is 0.5 or 1/2. Okay, and so this would mean that they're 50 cents each, basically. 50 cents each. Let's look at graph 2. I'm going to switch colors. So here, I'm still looking at where x is 1, but I'm going up to the red line now. Okay, and that is going to be, go with a 2 here. So here we have our unit rate of 1 comma 2. Okay, and this is like $2 each. All right, so we can see now which one is cheaper. Let's look at another graph, and we're going to look instead at the rate of change. So the slope of the graph. Okay, this is a distance time graph. This is a classic graph in the world of physics. Okay, and so what I want to do here, it says, which of these objects is moving at a rate of 2 feet per second? Let me zoom in on this. And I think this is one of your practice problems or quick check problems or something. The last one was, let's see. Sorry, I know you guys want your answers, so let me just check. So this one was item 1 on the practice. Okay. This one, I'm pretty sure is a quick check question, but I'm not, I cut off the part where it said. So it's either a quick check or a practice. You'll have to find it. Okay. But it says, which of these objects is moving at a rate of 2 feet per 1 second? Okay. So when I'm looking at a line and I want to know the rate of change, I'm thinking the rise over the run. Okay. So if I start at one point on the graph, like this point here, those are directions to get to another point on the graph, like Pac-Man style. Okay, so imagine you're Pac-Man. He's this old video game character that can only move up, down, left, right, because that was the only way you could move in a video game at that time. That's all that the technology allowed. Up, down, left, right. So here's Pac-Man. He was this yellow guy, and he would eat these little dots, and these ghosts would try to come catch him. So Pac-Man's going to go up 2 units on the graph, and then he's going to move to the right. That's what it sounded like. It looks like 2 units. So see, he's going up. Oh, he's only going up 1. Sorry, guys. The rise is 1 because he goes from 1 feet to 2 feet. And then the run is 2. Okay, because the time goes from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. So that's not it. We're not going to pick C. Let's try another one. Okay, so if you look at this graph, so the way I choose where Pac-Man's gonna go, I look for 2 points on the line. I'm looking at B right now, where they fall really nicely on the grid, so it's easier to count. Okay, so Pac-Man here is gonna go okay, and this looks like a rise of 1 foot and a run of 1 second. So Pac-Man, to get from this first point, this is his start, and this is his end, he's going to go up 1 foot and right 1 second. Well, that's not it. It's got to be choice A, but let's just check it to make sure. Okay, so let's find some spots on the grid here where line A crosses right on the grid. And Pac-Man's gonna go up 2 feet, right 1 foot. Okay, so for this Pac-Man, I'm getting the right slope. A rise of 2 feet, a run of 1 second. So the answer for this question, whatever it is, would be A. Okay, and then let's go over here. This is the last problem I'm going to do. So this problem involves using an equation to compare slopes. This is a whole other way you can compare the slope or the unit rate. Slope, unit rate, same thing. A membership at Gym A costs $50 for 5 months. A membership at Gym B down the street costs $40 for 3 months. You write two equations of the form y equals kx to try to figure out which membership would be cheaper for a year. Okay, so let's think about x and y for a sec. Okay, so if time is given as one of your variables, make that x. Okay, so 5x is equal to 5 months. Okay, y. Okay, we always say that y is the dependent variable. Y depends on x. How much does it cost? Well, it depends on how long you were there, right? Cost almost always depends on something, right? Okay, so that's Gym A. Let's look at Gym B. So Gym B, we're only going to be there for 3 months, or they're going to charge us after 3 months, I guess. And the amount of time is 3 months. The amount of money that they are going to charge is $40. All right. So here's the general form of the equation. Y equals kx. And then just try to remember the k. This is our thing that we have a million names for. This is our unit rate, aka constant of proportionality. Also called our slope. Okay. So for Gym A, what we're going to have here is y equals kx, but we're going to substitute in 50 for y, k we don't know yet, and then 5 for x. Kx means k times x, by the way. Let's do Gym B's equation. Okay, y is 40, so y equals k, we don't know k, times x. X is 3. All right, now what I can do here when I have equations is I could solve them. Okay, and then I'll know what k is. But let me erase this so I have a little more room. You're going to have to remember that k is the constant of proportionality. And then we've got to remember a little something about solving equations. When we solve equations, we've got to keep the equation balanced by doing the same thing on both sides. Equations means equal. 50 equals the 5k. So if I want to like get rid of this 5 by dividing, okay, I've got to do it on both sides. So gym 1 is at a rate of, oh, not 5. What's 50 divided by 5? 10. 10 is the K value. So what we can say here is the unit rate is, this is $10 per month. Okay, we could say K equals 10. We could say the slope would be 10 over 1. Okay, but that's what we're doing there. We'll do the same thing over here. Okay, I'm going to undo times 3 by dividing by 3. If I do that, I'll just have K. Multiply K times 3, then divide it by 3, it's back to being K. When we're solving equations, we do an undo until we have the variable by itself. What is 40 divided by 3? Oh, man. This is money, so it makes sense to just get a decimal, right? Because we don't really measure our money in fractions that much. $13.33. Wait, is that 14 or 13? Hold on. 13. 13.33. So this one would be $13.33 per month. Okay, and the slope would be 13.33 over 1, or 13 and a third over 1. All right, but that's that. It's nothing new. We're just putting it all together. Okay, good luck, and always let me know if you need anything. If you've gotten to the end of this video, send me a webmail that says, I hate pickles. Unless you love them, then you can send I love pickles.